on Digimon Storytime Stranger, we ended up in the factory area.
Yep.
Fucking mic stand. God damn it. Gator Frameworks, guys. Great when you first get it, and then if you have any weight on the end at all, which, you'd think you'd be able to make it work.
But no, apparently.
If you unscrew this, you can have just unclip the cord keeper. If I can do that without it fucking breaking. You can take the microphone. The boom arm on the mic here extends like a solid 2-3 feet, I think. And it can extend even further than that. But if you have it, it'll sag, right? So what I do is I keep it probably about 6-7 inches from the set screw. Let me just click this back into place here. And I keep it right here, just slightly to the left of my mouth. Because you can still pick up my voice fairly well, but you don't get as many plosives as you do when I'm right up on the microphone, like that.
Yeah. So,
the thing with this is that you have to set the adjustment on the arm using like this fly nut, essentially. Like, it's a big plastic screw to set the pressure of the elbow joint, whatever the hell it is, that keeps the mic from flopping down. Here's the problem. Like, I got my elbow sprained a couple of weeks back, so I was having a hard time torquing it down enough. And frankly, you shouldn't have to torque it down as much as I had to anyways to keep the mic from flopping over. And yet it does. And this is the same problem that my old Radio Shack mic stand had, and it's part of the reason why I replaced it with the Gator stand, was because you could literally screw it down as tight as you possibly could, and it wouldn't make a goddamn difference. It would still go, and granted, I was using a Blue Yeti at the time, and Blue Yetis aren't really meant to go on that kind of flimsy mic stand, because they are very heavy microphones.
Yeah.
My solution was to set an old pair of headphones as a counterweight on the other end of the mic stand. I shouldn't have to do that.
No.
And yet here we are. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mehcast, and oh, what a muesli crew we are. Today we're playing the new game from Edmund Macmillan, Mewgenics, which I hear is Fire Emblem with cats, incest, and Christian. Although people gave him less shit for having Christian in the game than having, what is it, Ela Klein is her name? It's H3H3's wife, whatever her name is. It's like, it's served in the IDF. Who fucking cares? It's like mandatory military service. It's not really something that... I had this set to, full screen. Can you, full screen game? That's maddening. This is just
riveting.
This is Sparta.
Oh god, I hate having to fuck this. Okay, so I'm not going to try and show you this, but I'm going to describe it instead. There is just, where the control bar is with all of the, the exit window, minimize, maximize, restore buttons are. There's just a black...
What about it?
There's just a blank space at the top of the game window here that, for some reason, I can't see past. Like, the stream can see that the entire top strip there But for me, the paw on the top of the eye here is cut off, and I can see my desktop wallpaper. Which, you know, that's... Okay. Okay, so in game settings, we have language, English, humping animations, normal. What? What kind of game is this, Ed?
A game for all?
Auto
Question
select
mark?
basic
Guys.
actions off. Targeting empty tiles requires double click. Max status is shown before collapse 4. Collapse multiple elite buffs. Combat speed. Tooltip size. Status bar size. Save file. Backup period. What I was doing in here was I had my anti-aliasing turned all the way up. I think I'm actually going to pull the frame rate down to 60. Just because the stream's not going to be able to see any higher, even though I can see higher now thanks to my new monitor, which Gigabyte still hasn't gotten me my copy of Resident Evil 9 yet, guys. Where's my Resident Evil 9? I wanted to be playing this last week.
But, yeah. I guess
meanwhile,
complications.
Benjamin has been playing that game.
Yeah. Ben had to bug Amazon because they sent his copy of the game to the wrong city. And
What the fuck?
Wow.
yeah, and they overnighted him a new copy of the game. Meanwhile, I messaged Gigabyte and I was like, hey, I registered my monitor, I registered everything, I selected the fucking game in your stupid rewards portal. Where's my Steam key, guys? The game comes out tomorrow. I was like, oh, it'll be just over 3 weeks, or just under 3 weeks, rather. It's like, oh.
Damn.
That's stupid.
And the funny thing is, I've got a Humble Bundle coupon for 10% off the game, which I can't use because I have a copy of the game that I can't get to because they sent... I'm very sad.
Guys,
You know,
my time
your
has
story
been
reminds me
wasted.
similarly when
so I can get a lift from my Omegamon with these magnificent wings.
Ooh.
But I can't get a ride from any of the other Digimon.
Let's see here.
And in my initial
Put it
party.
over. Okay, this is really stupid. So if I put this over on the monitor that I use for the stream, then it's full screen. Looks fine.
Okay.
Then I pull it over here onto the main monitor. Or not. Okay. That's dumb. So you know what fixed the problem? Do you know what fixed the problem? I took I brought it down into windowed mode. Brought it over onto the stream monitor. Full screened it there. Then I windowed it again, brought it over to the main monitor, and now it works fine.
How odd.
Yes.
But yeah, going back to your argument.
I am disappointed.
I remember a similar story when I got it was a Krillin figure from Figure Arts, and I ended up going through Amazon back in the day, and I was expecting that thing to arrive, but for whatever reason, it got going through hurdles, like kept going to the wrong area, and I had to contact Amazon support, and I'm like, hey, we're sorry you were looking forward to your product, so you know what? To make up for it, how about we send you another one, and we swear it'll get to you with no issues. And since then, I was able to get it.
It's like when I had to bug Amazon twice to get my copy of Wicked for Good, because they had an error in their system where it got delayed until December 7th, right?
Yeah. Huh.
And I kept saying it's like, hey guys, the straight date was last month.
Yeah,
Can you fix that? And then they said, oh yeah, oh well, you know, there's nothing we can do to fix that. And and then I said it's like, okay, can you like talk to the people who can? And because like I talked to the first person, and then that person said they can't do anything, and then I talked to their supervisor, and they said, oh well, we can, you know, do something. And then I had to go back and talk to another person, and was like, can you pass a message to the guys at the shipping department to ship out these movies? Because I don't want to pay an extra $2 to get it shipped out. I locked my pre-order price in. I want my fucking movie at the $27.99 and that I am seeing on my thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Take a gander at these fine specimens. This is my latest batch, straight out of their biofats. Choose two, a boy and a girl. Trust me, you'll find out why later. What?
So normally in Digimon lore, Volcanismon is supposed to be like this
Roxy
black
looks all right.
of sorts. Yet here he's a
Bumblebee
fucking
looks
weeb.
kind of sickly. I'm gonna go with Angelo.
Like, Zero, you see all those figures, right?
Those figures?
What? I passed on the best of the bunch. That's not nature.
Oh, I see it. Oh my god.
Doc, you should have told me what the fuck I was doing. Or actually, do you say, all I need is a nuke, radioactive blood, and a bit of elbow grease. I'm pretty sure time travel is more complicated than that, but who am I? I'm not the doctor. Technically, you're not the doctor either. You're just a doctor.
You'll get no argument from me.
So, full disclosure, I don't know anything about this game. Oh, this is a tutorial character. You want to survive in Boone County, you're gonna have to learn how to fight. So listen up. This is your team. These are your enemies. Your goal is to... Angelo's basic attack.
I activate gun in attack mode.
I summon my gun in attack mode.
No, it's the Gat of Destruction.
I summon my SOCOM pistol in attack mode. Now, I will say, Ed, Fire Emblem Awakening came out over a decade ago at this point, and it let me attack by selecting the enemies.
Yeah.
Without having to jump through these hoops.
I have been defeated.
I destroyed that rat bastard. Silver ball, there's a sure. Oh no, no, a dirty word. Spells.
Oh man.
I have no mana.
Yeah. I look back with Fire Emblem Awakening. I think that was like a game I just picked up on a whim, knowing I'm like, oh, what's this all? I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, so I thought,
Volcanismon sadly broke one of his models.
oh no! He reminds me of Karoro from Sergeant Frog, where he Gundam doing Gundam kits as his pride and joy.
And to think he almost let his magical girl daughter destroy the Earth, but then he was told, if you destroy the Earth, then all the Gundam stuff is gone.
Yeah, that is true. Oh man, how I miss Colt Brown as Engelbaugh's dad. Ah, Karoro, it's good to see you. In that case, you came here to. I hope my daughter has been treating you well.
Rolling, 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 rolling.
And rolling 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 and rolling.
But yeah, I think after just even a few hours into Awakening, I was like, oh, this game is actually really fun.
It is.
Little did I.
It was also very addicting.
Yeah. Little did I know, a year later I would end up meeting Matt Mercer and have him sign my copy of
He
Awakening.
may be naive, but everything he touches is fucking awesome. As summarized by a Impulse Cody.
But if you want to see Matt Mercer singing, well, Yakuza Zero's got you covered of him doing 24-hour Cinderella.
I mean, Fates ended up giving us his version, the English version of the fourth verse in Lost in Thoughts All Alone. That she performed that with Renna Strober.
Yeah.
And I believe Bonnie Gordon ended up performing the ending theme for Fire Emblem Echoes, which, speaking of that game, that certainly made Grima into a much more compelling villain.
Yeah.
Because it basically made him a guy who was like, you know what? I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
Fates.
He can wait.
Awakening. Fire Emblem Awakening. I remember I was looking forward to that game. I was like, oh man,
yeah,
I'm gonna go to Games. I went to GameStop on release day, and it was like, oh yeah, we've got copies of the game. Do you have a pre-order in? No.
And
I was not aware that I was going to need one to buy a copy of the game. I have legal tender here. Here, you want me to? You only got enough copies to cover the pre-orders, huh? And I was like, yeah. Okay, is it possible for me to reserve a copy now? No, you're gonna have to wait. It's like, oh, so you don't want my money then? Okay. And then like a couple of weeks later, I found a copy at Walmart, and I used a Walmart gift card that I'd gotten for my birthday.
Yeah.
You know, one of these days, you know, since at least 3 Fire Emblem games are on like Switch Online, I'm thinking about actually trying to stream in like Fire Emblem 7, 8, and 9.
Hey.
Which those are. And if you're wondering about Shadow Dragon, that I'll be doing the DS version of that game because
yes, emulation, a go-go.
Things before you do
as much as I would like to do the NES version that used to be on Switch, it's like, no, it's way too outdated for my taste. And as much as Marth gets heavily nerfed by the invention known as pants, I think I could definitely take Shadow Dragon a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Let me put on my best Shinji Ikari voice, which is not very good, which is why I was not Shinji in Alternative Saga.
Yeah, that's why we let that devil kick Sanji.
I had to give up my tactical kilt.
You know, the funny thing is that Spike Spencer, after voicing Marth, would be back in the Fire Emblem franchise as a different character in Awakening.
This is true.
So we got other news to talk about.
Yes, well, soon Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that was. Oh, fuck, man.
Bruce Campbell.
I am not prepared for that man to go out. Because that is anything but groovy.
god. God damn. I did not anticipate this was going to happen with him.
No, I was not either. So, for people who have somehow been living under a rock their entire lives, Bruce Campbell is the man. He was the guy that was the grooviest of undead and zombie killers, or is known as Ashley Williams.
Yes. Swallow.
All right, now I gotta go talk to Pegasus Mon.
Yes.
And he's also O'Raimi's cameo guy. Name a Sam Raimi movie, he's in it. Hell, he's the character in every single Spider-Man movie. To the point where some people would probably lampshade, are any of these characters related to each other?
Sweet.
So, it's still weird to me how Pegasus Mon in Japanese is just called Pegasmon.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Digi egg of purity.
Yep.
So, Alex, you remember what Nanimon was like in Digimon Adventure, right?
Yes.
He was the Digimon that had to get drunk.
Oh. I can use my stick.
Or in the Japanese version, or in the English version, soda does weird stuff to me, man.
Yeah.
I would not understand some of the weird ways they try to censor alcohol in.
Right, or just try to figure out a way to loophole their way through, as I like to call it. It raises so many questions.
Flamedramon, the fire of courage.
Yes.
It's said in the Japanese version, the fire of courage, Flamedramon.
Fire!
I think the only reason why we don't need, why for Pegasusmon's request we don't need the others is because there's already a Submarimon in a later section of the game, and and I think Digmon is somewhere around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, every time I look at Marukimon, it's like, that is massive.
Yeah.
He is a tall son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, speaking of which,
Hey.
City of the Wolves just dropped Nightmare Geese Howard, so that means Richard Epcar is back as good old Geese. So
Now, recently we've gotten news about certain and about what happened in Iran and whatnot, and I'm like,
apparently they've been feeding Ayatollahs to the American military.
what the heck? As someone who tries not to look too deep into it, want nothing to do with this.
yeah, it's just like, and it's just like people are getting on
Oh!
on the Trump supporters case saying oh, now you're suddenly okay with a with what had happened, and as opposed to being opposed to it.
I mean, frankly, with as fucked up as the Iranian government's been, and I kind of don't feel like a whole lot of people are that broken up about it.
Yeah.
No, they're just incredibly disingenuous about it.
Yeah.
They're mad that they didn't get that to happen.
Well, after not to the average person who's like a little bit may leave you head scratching, wondering, but why? Idea.
Well, it looks like
go with Block because he's our war.
Well, it looks like before we even get to the main plot, we gotta go back to do some side quests.
Yay, Marks! That's quest.
Oh, poor.
Oh, am I kidding? Oh, God.
No, I haven't. Blood rumors. Oh.
But yeah. But hey, at the very least, nice to see Richard Epcar now finally do a more fleshed out performance as Geese Howard.
Alright. We gotta go to the mines. So let's take a dive in Aquatic Mine.
Foot dive! No, Dr. Doom. We're not foot diving our way down there.
Nope.
What? Foot dive? No.
Your wife? Okay. Should I? I guess. Alright, so now
should you or should you not?
Digimon.
Huh.
Erodian. Let's see, he got roll and short-lobbed shot from his parents.
Okay.
And now...
So that happened.
Cheem. She has Brainstorm and Melee Attack.
Neat.
Right. Nothing of significance occurred.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, we got Zara.
Neat.
Zara has Meow and Short Shot. Alright. See, I have three cats. I'm going to need one more to go on the next adventure. Ah, so now Alrodian and Zara, they have a kid.
Alright.
in the adventure box. Alright, Hoss.
So now we have all of the Digimentals.
Hoss, Zara, Cheem, and
I'm sorry, all of
Rodian. We're going on an adventure!
What kind of adventure?
The kind that requires us to do certain things.
Okay,
Yes.
so Rodian is clearly the hunter. Cheem has melee. Hoss has metabolize, melee attack. Zara has meow, short shot. There. God, Cheem has weird fucking abilities. Hoss has... Hoss is gonna become the fighter. Zara...
Yep.
Meow and short shot. Closest ally.
What the fuck am I looking
Cost of
at?
other spells by 1 mana.
What the? That looks like...
That's...
What the?
Is that Cheem's spells, or is that...
You know, it reminds me of one of those enemies from the X-Men
Okay,
Konami arcade beat 'em up,
Cheem
where
the mage, and then
the
Zara
enemy
can be
is
the
just...
tank, I guess.
It's like half human and half tank.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And we don't have any items. Because the parents use them all.
Hi, Ro. I'll turn you to toast.
Welcome to the alley.
Going up the elevator.
Yeah, what up?
Some cash.
Loader Leomon.
Ah, this guy from Tamers.
You know, funnily enough, he was an Andromon when he first appeared, but then he turned into Gardromon and became Kazu's partner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I'm in the mines. And now we have Loader Leomon. I pray you do not...
Do not get the wrong idea, sir.
Ow! Fuck.
Well, I guess we're fighting him.
Rip.
Rip the Lion King? That has to be one of my favorite jokes from Mangs' playthrough of Radiant Dawn. Where when he sends in Kanegus to
the Rat King?
To go fight against some of the orbs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Protecting the villain into the game. And he just ends up getting killed. Oh.
Next, ow.
Explosion out.
It's like Kanegus just dies and he's like I killed Mufasa.
No, Mufasa, no.
And then he says that he's just like Scar.
Oh man. What a... Not like this. Not like this. Hey, shut up, Linkara.
Alright.
Let's see.
Going to move here. Kill myself a mouse.
So at first I was going to try to play this on a monitor of sorts.
Yeah.
Which works, but it didn't exactly have speakers, apparently.
Yeah,
so we had to use my so we had to use the new TV I bought from Best Buy.
Yep. Dang. That kind of reminds me of a couple of years ago. I think Hori, they did put out a portable gaming monitor, but I think those they tend to go for $100+ nowadays. I've been meaning to get one just to maybe take for shits and giggles, but probably more so just if I ever decided to do game capture at some point. It would save me the trouble of having to use one of my current PC monitors and have speakers on that one.
So in the recent chapter I have posted for my story...
Oh, speaking of which, Archive of Our Own having some technical difficulties lately. Apparently they're fixing them, but this comes in the wake of AO3 being featured in some sort of news story.
Huh.
Aerosmith. Gain +1 bonus attack at the start of your next turn. Extra basic attack that is saved across turns if unused. Or shoot.
Well, the thing is, I would post this as on ff.net, but that has been screwing with me.
Well, FFN, AO3, Wattpad, and Squidge World, I think is Squidge, whatever that website is that I linked you to. Everybody's been having problems with, this is fucking weird. Okay, everybody's been having problems with, art commission spam bots. Like, I went through... on Star Wars Ashes of the Empire, I've gotten more spam bots asking me to commission art for the thing than I have actual reviews.
How peculiar. Alright. Yep.
Okay. I don't even... Oh, that's, we got drugs. Witch's Eye, gain backflip. So it's probably gonna be either Hoss or Zara. Backflip, Hoss.
Is like a funny thing that I end up doing whenever I play like a fighting game, aim at a character or is in the middle of one line, but then they just get cut off and start a whole new line. I was just recently going through that with Rebirth of Souls, and I'm just like, okay, this is funny. Like, how often have you encountered that, Alex?
Or what?
How often have you encountered like a scenario where the character is in the middle of one line, but then they end up saying a completely different line?
Like that thing where Vegeta says, when there's no more room in hell, Vegeta will wake up in the other hell. What the hell? Is that what you're talking about?
No, what I mean is like for example, dreams don't die. Optic blast.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Oh man, classic.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I'm doing these side quests, even though I already have maxed out agent stats, is for my New Game Plus save file, is literally just to show them off.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, and now it's still just odd to me how, like, even though the models in this game are really good,
Yeah.
obviously they're still clipping here and there, and I'm like, can't expect perfection, if you know what I mean.
Well, you're either perfect or you're not me.
And that reminded me of how similar when I watched some Call Me Johnny's review of like Pokemon Coliseum and Gale of Darkness, where like some of the Gen 1 and Gen 2 models were ripped right out of Stadium, while the Gen 3 ones actually look pretty good for how they should look.
Yep. And that is kind of what... Alright, so now that we're...
Toss an adjacent unit to an open tile. Adjacent unit.
So now we are in Junomon's place. So, despite how holy this area is, guess which type of Digimon... Guess which attribute of Digimon on Junomon is, Alex? Just take a wild guess.
I don't know.
The choices are between vaccine, data, virus, and free.
Free.
You get 2 more guesses?
Vaccine.
One more.
Yep. She's a virus type. Oh wow, Goddramon and Magnadramon. / Angemon. I forget what you are, but you do look like a Kingdom Hearts character.
The most divine or heavenly.
There's Magnadramon. I'm struggling to remember you. But yeah, that is a cool effect. The fact that this is also getting ported to Switch 2, it just makes it feel like Legends Arceus has no excuse.
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, Junomon.
Let's see. These guys aren't really that tough.
You know, Junomon, I would have expected some level of modesty from you, but...
Huh. It's,
Oh, I should have thrown the fucking... Okay.
It's a very suggestive look. Put it nicely.
You would expect this thing to be one of the various demons, but even Lilithmon looks more modest than she does. And meanwhile, Ophanimon and Seraphimon are just casually sitting as right hand and left hand persons.
Yep.
Wow, those guys are not nearly as tough as the first one. What's this? Nothing, apparently.
Damn the Saxons.
Uh-huh. I just exploded your friend's body. Oh, that was probably some kind of goal. I didn't realize that they could run away like that. Well, that's interesting. What happens if I explode this thing? Nothing. Okay. Ooh. Goad seems like a good one, especially considering we have the archer who can make people who can shoot people if they move towards us. This is turning into a bit less Fire Emblem, more morbid, cartoony XCOM. Because,
Yeah.
oh dear.
Ooh.
Gatos versus Maisie.
You know, some people would probably assume that it's like when did Digimon start delving into all of this weird all this stuff? I'm like, you have not been paying attention at all, have you? I feel like that was somewhat that it's just always been there. It's just the recent stuff, especially Ghost Game and Beat Break, from what I can tell, all has been
yeah.
Food.
I mean, hell, Alex, Beat Break flat out has various characters committing war crimes.
This is actually true, yeah.
For once, the
freaking sacrifices.
I cannot believe we live in a world where Digimon anime is being very, very much gassed up.
Yeah, basically tackling subjects you never thought they would do, but hey, here we are.
I mean, Digimon is pretty much a PG-13 version of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah.
At least that's what I view it as. Minus Thor launching a nuclear missile at Japan, and while saying "fuck Japan."
I'll never forgive the Japanese.
Says Joseph Joestar before he starts listening to a Sony Walkman.
Oh, they make some pretty good music, I'll admit.
Oh, lovely. More side quests.
Oh dear.
Yay.
Let's go do them. Honey, we're not going to the Abyss area. We got side quests to do. the end of the world.
Yes, we do.
I'm like, honey,
It's the
this is an
end of the
RPG.
world as we
The
know
end of
it.
the world is the perfect opportunity to you to start doing side quests.
It's the end of the
Yeah.
world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Oh, oh man, I sure can't wait to go through. Let's see, maybe might dabble into Yakuza Gaiden, but I hated the fact that they locked New Game Plus behind a paywall. Looking at you, Yakuza 8, or Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth, and Pirate Yakuza.
You want to know something interesting in regards to like going into a bit of a discussion with the whole death battle thing? So remember how in the Ash versus Yugi death battle where they pointed out how even mid-tier Yu-Gi-Oh monsters could do half of what the god tiers in Pokemon can do? Keep in mind,
What about it?
Keep in mind a low-tier ultimate level Digimon in the form of I'm trying to remember the alien guy's name, and he was voiced by Robert Axelrod in the show.
Oh,
The one who kidnapped Lizzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was
started digging.
Yeah, that guy was able to create an entire cosmology. And he's a mid-tier or ultimate level Digimon. Compare that to the likes of friggin' Myotismon, who is in lore the king of the underworld.
Yeah.
And he's a high-tier ultimate level Digimon. And they're not even the strongest Digimon out there. We gotta go back to the Factorial area again. So Chronomon and Spotamon are going to be going to separate locations. And considering this game is themed around the Olympus Mons, anybody who's versed in Digimon lore will be able to easily figure out what's going to end up happening to you.
The more you guys move, the deader you get.
I have never heard the phrase deader. But then again, and I've said stranger things.
I thoroughly believe what doesn't kill you only makes you stranger.
Oh, this guy, Vadimon, that's his name.
Yeah, oh, yes, this strange alien-looking Digimon. Oh, man. Yes.
So yeah, Vadimon was able to create an entire cosmology with like, you know, stars, planets, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
He could basically do what Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia are able to do. And I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, he's not even like a high tier or ultimate level.
Yep.
But then meanwhile, we have characters like like Omegamon and whatnot, who can pretty much delete the entire Digimon cosmology.
And basically put people in their place as he so pities. Basically, in a way, basically does what Super Sentai does. Basically delete them. Judgment time.
Omegamon just looks at his various opposition. Delete, 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 delete. And meanwhile, all Gallantmon's just like I got out the board that reads delete, and he's just writing in lines.
Yeah.
Hello,
Frickin'. Hey, another Bryce Papenbrook Digimon you happen to voice. Believe.
I was kind of for one of the later forms that Bryce voices, I was kind of expecting more of like his raspy Aaron voice from season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Because I know he can do deep and raspy.
Oh, Steam notification.
Right, the boss is dead.
Hollow Parade and Wallpaper Engine.
So, a couple weeks ago, we viewed Digimon Adventure Tri Loss, which, much like the other films, proved to be a complete waste of time.
Was a total waste of time.
A waste of time and pointless conflict with Sora that I felt like was unneeded. But yeah. Hold on.
Making this segment completely pointless. Zero, what we need is the soundbite of Nostalgia Critic going, making this scene completely pointless.
Entirely pointless. Yeah.
Hey, Platinum Numamon's just wandering away.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Go with Frost Blast here. Right. There we go. Okay, so this is only available in short mode, so I need to go down this way.
So now we gotta go back and find Platinum Numamon.
Oh, well that's unfortunate. Should have smashed that rock, I guess. Right, well, somebody else is getting that. Oh, I can use it as a shield. Does make me slower, though. That would have been better for either Zara or Haas to have. But Arodia has it now.
So after we get done with the Digimon Adventure continuity and we move on to Digimon Tamers, what would you say A be looking forward to most about that series?
I have no idea. I'm just along for the ride.
And you say that, and it's just...
What?
So I'm like, I feel like I'm dragging you through something you just don't end up liking.
If I didn't like it, I'd stop watching.
Well, I mean, we've had quite a few stinkers in that series.
I did those actions out of order, but, you know, live and you learn.
I think one of the funniest gags in Adventure 2 is like when our heroes are trying to get to Ken as he's being captured by Oikawa and whatnot. They're like, Davis and the others are just waiting behind a train, and as it's going by, and they're just growing more and more frustrated at it. And I'm like, I think by that point it would have been faster if you had just gotten Ray Dramon on out.
Yeah.
Instead of forcing Joe's brother to drive you. I mean, I understand, and that he was just doing a good deed for you guys, but at some point, and you would have to consider, or there are faster and more convenient ways of getting to your destination that don't involve having to go through some nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Alex, would you want to know the premise of Tamers? Or is it, if I haven't already told you?
Sure.
So, imagine, if you will, every single thing we've watched up to like, like all the upcoming Digimon films that we're going to be viewing later. Imagine all of that in another universe is a work of fiction.
Oh, so it's, yeah, you have told me about that before. I mentioned that there was something like that, I think.
Some people don't take too kindly to that.
Hmm.
To which I'm like, well, considering how it concluded, it with one of the least open-ended conclusions in almost any anime I've seen. Tell me, where exactly were we supposed to go from there?
Yeah.
Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go?
Yeah, so it's like, where exactly could we possibly go from there other than telling the story, telling any potential story between in the last part of 02 to its epilogue? Because for the most part, not a lot of people are liking in that particular direction.
Ooh, Flex Off sounds like a good one.
Flex Off, apply directly to the forehead.
Flex Off, apply directly to your biceps.
Get it now while it's still hot.
Well, we do have high intelligence.
So it's like, where do we go from there, or without, sacrificing the integrity of a lot of the characters? The answer, we can't really go anywhere or if we want to keep this franchise going, we got to move on. We got to be allowed to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to do that thing that Pokemon wasn't allowed to do for a good long while.
And finally, it eventually evolved out of that.
There's a shop.
Yep. Yeah, it took over 1,000 episodes for Pokemon to do what Digimon's done for fucking years.
To level up.
There you are, you son of a bitch.
Critical if they hit the front of a unit. Ooh. That's a good one. Brace reduces damage. Damages you. Counterattack, dealing 1 damage and inflicting bruise. Oh.
Alright.
Long shot is +1 range. Jeez, I wish I could have all of these.
If only.
So yeah, this Digimon Tamers kind of delves into essentially, it has Chiaki Konaka, who directed a couple episodes of Adventure 2, especially one episode you liked in Adventure 2, Alex.
Mm.
You know, the Cthulhu Uman episode?
Oh, yeah.
The one that doesn't get any elaboration on whatsoever because we decided to move on from that.
I can imagine the staff on that, people who were involved in this animation, the Digimon 02 team, they were like, yeah, we'll probably get back to that in a future episode. Not.
So, yeah. So, yeah, the entirety of Tamers is directed by Chiaki Konaka, whom many would know for works like Serial Experiments Lane and the original Hellsing anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's boss time. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Which is funny, given the fact that one actress from Experiments Lane, Bridget Hoffman, is in Tamers.
Yes.
And for people who don't know who Bridget Hoffman is, well, besides the fact that she is very much a union actress nowadays, she was the woman who posed for the poster for Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And
we're fighting Bomberman.
And in terms of stuff that we've seen her in, she is the voice of Nia Teplin in Gurren Lagann.
And of course, Irisville von Einsburn in Fate Zero.
And Kanai Kocho in Demon Slayer.
Yep.
I should have used Melon Baller first.
She was also in Durarara.
Yep.
That dub was certainly interesting.
Gotta get out of the way of the thing. The rats. We're the rats.
And then that was the same show where Patrick Seitz got to play the Russian sushi seller.
Simon Breshnov.
And in Japanese, voiced by Takaya Kuroda. So,
some people praise the dub for having better Russian than the Japanese version, which I have to concur because I've watched the Japanese version of some of those bits, and I'm like, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah. I know some people will probably get the impression it's just Kiryu-chan trying to do a bit of Russian.
It's
Flipping some Russian.
terrible.
It's like, nothing against Kuroda, but I really... It's like, yeah.
Patrick
Like,
commented that it's like he's played people of color and he has played Russians. He has never played a combination of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So this was certainly something for him. And then we have one of Crispin Freeman's best characters, Shizuo Heiwajima.
I still remember that story when I met with Daryl Gilbo. He's like, Shizuo. It's like, I thought I was gonna hurt him. I was like, no, no. But I know he was joking.
One of the con panels that Freeman was featured in, but weirdly Johnny wasn't, for Durarara, had him do like this funny bit because of how often fans would hate ship both Shizuo and Izaya together.
Mm-hmm.
They're like they just have him say, "Hey, will you marry me, Izaya?" And then Freeman's like, damn it. Will you marry me, Izaya? In the most hateful sounding voice imaginable. I'm like, if Johnny were there, he would be cackling.
Yes, he would.
But yeah, Alex, I would recommend watching Durarara.
Okay.
It's a great show. She's telling a half-truth. If that's what it is. I'm begging you, please. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Ow!
And I swear, we live in a world where I feel like people are just being complete and utter revisionists in regards to the Digimon Frontier intro. I'm like, or the dub, rather. But did we just kind of forget that this dub intro is pretty much cancer?
Let's see here. Gravity Falls. Your basic attack deals 1 damage for each tile shoot beyond range 3.
Because it got people to want on even the got purists to want even the original dub intro.
In +1 range and damage at the start of each turn. Gravity Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Now, Alex, as for the premise as for furthering the premise of Digimon Tamers, it follows of some young kids who some elementary schoolers who happen to also be fans of the series, is the card games and the video games.
Neat.
Games where, or apparently, yeah.
I got a Steam achievement. Sewers, complete the alley. I can now adventure to the sewers.
Yay.
So.
Okay.
So our cast members end up So the main cast members end up consisting of a somewhat meek and socially awkward boy by the name of Takato Matsuda, or Matsuki in the dub. I don't know why they changed the last two letters in his surname, but whatever. At least they were maintaining the original. At least they maintained his original name for the most part.
Oh, damn it.
And then he ends up being friends with a couple of other fans at into the series at school named Hirokazu or Kazu and Kenta.
Make the house as fast as we make them brown.
Meanwhile, we also have a Smarty who is also a pacifist.
This place.
And versed in the martial art known as Kenpo or Tai Chi in the dub. Zhanliang Li or
welcome to the house, Mikey.
Or Henry Wong.
Ooh, Butch's hideout.
Who is the second youngest of a family of 4.
Cleric collar available. It's Y to switch to tactical view.
He has a Digimon partner by the name of Terriermon. You might remember that little guy from the third Digimon OVA, Hurricane Touchdown, but under the management of Willis.
Alrighty then.
Although this Terriermon often is kind of an adorable little shit who will often say the phrase "momentai," which I'm sure you can guess what that means in Cantonese. It's basically the Cantonese version of Hakuna Matata.
I suppose they're over their issues. Haas started a fight with Mikey. Oh god, Mikey. Mikey's my new cat.
Meow.
Got a fucking torn tendon now.
And
right, Haas. I think Haas is the one that's causing all the problems, but Haas is a really good unit, so I want to keep him. Oh, skimmish. Darla. Right.
And then we have a fiery redhead by the name of Ruki Makino, Or Rika
Okay,
no Naka.
the girls are fighting now. Oh god, Chim died. That's unfortunate. I liked Chim.
I'm sure.
Frank wants retired cats. Tito. Do I have enough cats to go on an adventure?
I'll be sure to write out your eulogy.
Yep. Oh, right. It's 7.
And
I should probably eat dinner.
Alright.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Well,
Happy to
and
have
of
you,
course,
dude.
I should do. Yep,
Mhm.
I shall do my usual plug-in. So, in case where you can find me on the interweb, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ultimate_0x and Instagram, well, and of course at ultimate0x on IG, respectively. But yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Thanks. All right, y'all take care.
You want
Me too.
kittens.
So anyway, Alex, and Miss Fiery Redhead also has as Renamon.
Okay, whatever.
I'm sure you remember Renamon from our Waifu Wars stream.
Yes.
The Baron
combat experience.
The Baron Furry Goddess.
You know, Binding of Isaac benefited from having no dialogue outside of what Dad was saying.
So, though notice I didn't mention Takado's partner.
Let's see. Retired
That's because the other two Untamers I mentioned already have their Digimon by the time the series starts.
Okay, so this guy... Okay, do I have enough cats to go on an adventure?
Takado ends up getting a
Pagranching?
ends up getting a blue card that just appears in his little deck, in his little collection that he and Kazu play with in the playground, and he swipes it through his card reader, to which I'm like, you know, I think 10 years old is a little too young to be playing God. But apparently not, because he then swipes the literal scrapbook drawing he made of his original the character Digimon on through his Digivice, and it just creates him. I wish I was joking. You know which Digimon this is, right?
Sorry, I was organizing my units.
Well, anyway, the Digimon in question is...
That's our archer. Schimmus, healing bolt, melee attack.
The Digimon in question is my personal favorite Digimon of all time, Guilmon.
Rolling lob shot. Short shot. Roll.
So, and Guilmon in question in Japanese has the voice of Goku. So Masuko Nozawa. And as for the English voice,
gonna be Tank.
As for the English voice, I've told you that he's voiced by Steve Bloom, which people be like, but he didn't voice Goku. I'd be like, he did.
Dragon Ball GT.
GT Final Bout. And this was completely by coincidence. And you would think that he'd probably have, like, you know, the generic deep man voice that he does for almost everything nowadays, but no. For Guilmon, his voice is very close to Nozawa's voice. And it's so adorable. Even purists have said that this series is actually very close. That in the dub is quite close to the Japanese version, despite its many dubisms. And most of our guidance through the series of taming in question, and will come through Takado's POV. Because, you know, he's about as green as a majority of us. Wouldn't you say?
I guess.
Oh dear. Somebody came by and massacred this place. If only we had voiced lines for this. But no, all we have are grunts for whatever friggin' reason.
This thing's spitting at us.
I swear if it wasn't for the fact that flip phones were trendy in Japan, and especially in this in the past decade, I'd have been like, why do you have a flip phone? Are you just that willing to be incredibly outdated?
I remember them still having, like, tie-in flip phones not even that long ago.
I mean, hell, Bleach still has flip phones in the series, but that's mostly due to the fact that it takes place in 2001, 2003, but that doesn't stop the Thousand Year Blood War or anime from giving Ichigo a PlayStation quintuple.
Yeah, that was funny.
In 2003, which I find is probably the one anachronism,
but yes.
Anachronism in the series is, aside from the potential fact that Yukio has a PlayStation Portable.
Well, it's like, Control-Alt-Delete having that phone that was product placement in it, or fucking, Lost. Lost supposedly takes place over a very short period of time, too. And it's just... it's just random product placement. Kind of gives away the game, but, you know... Shtimus. Holy Light. Grace. Created positive effect. Heals allies and damages enemies in an area. That sounds like a really good thing to have.
Oh god. Shelmon just gave us this conch. She's a club member.
Loot has...
Oh, great
is that
magic
Guppy?
conch shell. What should we do?
That's Guppy from The
Nothing.
Binding of Isaac. Another Ed McMillan game. I can only assume that I'm going to put at least as many hours into this game as I have into The Binding of Isaac. Which, between the 3DS version and the PC version, I think I probably have over 500 hours in.
I could never get that many hours into a game. Hey, it's Cthulhu-mon. Or, I'm sorry, a Dogomon.
Just don't call it Dagomon.
I've got bad news for you. You're up against at least 3 members of the Royal Knights. Boosh.
You're the only enemy I can attack, so... die.
Hmm. Let's go this way. Okay, who is eligible? Oh wow. It's Locomon.
Ooh, what was that? Darla leveled up. Got 1 speed. Terrain walk. Charm trap. Line shot.
Alex, look into my eyes. And what do you see?
A leaky brain. Ball of bandages. This 1 health regen.
I believe the phrase was the cult of personality.
Oh, yes, but I was riffing on the fact that I, just found a leaky brain.
Look in my eyes.
What do you see?
The cult of personality.
I know your anger. I know your dreams. I'm everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. I like damage. Fog needs some help. Time for a thing. I've got speed. I've got jump. You know what? Jump's not going to be that helpful compared to having more health. Everybody is at full health, but this is a boss, so...
Yeah, sounds about right.
The Infested Lumps versus Lucy. I want it louder. More power. I am putting myself right out in the open here, but... Ooh!
Ricola!
Probably worth it.
Hey, it's Waymon, who can both be a champion level and an ultimate level. Don't ask me how that makes any sense. Well, I mean, we aren't going to be able to breathe.
Shoot some railroad spikes. That's not gonna help.
How convenient. Those nasty titans.
Alright, he doesn't need any. Alright, now she's charging her attack there. Go right up to her. Hit her with the melon baller, maybe. Get her with the melon baller.
Well, I mean, underwater is a given.
It's gonna hit my own guy. Right there.
Damn it!
I'm gonna end that turn. That's not a railroad spike. Holy shit.
Yeah, one of my favorite aesthetics about
Magic dart. Oh wow, I thought this boss was gonna be hard.
Yeah, one thing I'm kind of surprised is about Alex in regards to the aesthetic of one of the Digimon in my party, which is Jesmon. I'm surprised Huckmon nor his evolutionary line have ever been the main character Digimon in anything. Because he's got the goggles. Gomamon!
Miss, miss, miss. Boom shakalaka. And I've got some cord, whatever that means. Tito leveled up. Tito can get that. Spawn a Rock Crusher might be good. Like, the ability to self-heal, especially for a tank, seems like a good idea. Conductor. Oh, if it all ends in death. Oh, that's just great, guys. Now my cat is depressed.
Although Alex, it's like I know. Although Alex, it's like I know that you would be looking forward to the part of Digimon that's a borderline Super Sentai series, which is Frontier.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
But it's just like every time I end up seeing that series on social media, and yeah, I'm just like, oh dear God, these people are in for some level of disappointment. Because the thing with Frontier is that it starts out promising, but then it gets stupid.
Yeah, sounds about right.
To give you an idea, imagine, if you will, more than halfway through the series, we get introduced to a pair of bad guys who are essentially a more successful version of Jesse and James from Team Rocket.
Imagine, if you will, Jesse and James from Team Rocket if they didn't suck.
Imagine, if you will, Jesse and James if they won every single fight that they were in. Sounds kind of dumb, doesn't it?
A little bit.
It takes until near the end of the series for when the main bad guy shows up for our heroes to finally get a win on them. And their win is robbed from them. Because the bad guy decided, you guys are no longer useful, get out of my sight. It's that dumb. Oh, lovely, we're surrounded. Where'd you guys come from? Don't tell me, you guys were hiding out by the Costco? Oh, and also the Digimon. Also the heroes in question. And as I said, turn into Digimon.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, unlike Power Rangers, they never truncate these transformation sequences. Was not expecting Submarimon with a southern accent. Yeah. Oh, and also, Alex.
Yeah?
Digimon Frontier is one of the very first LA dubs that Crispin Freeman has ever been in.
Huh.
Hi. Which I'm like, wow, that is quite the disappointment. In that his character doesn't get to do anything after he doesn't really get to do much after he shows up. Because eventually the power gap just kind of gets to the point where only any of the main two characters get to do anything remarkable. Everybody else just serves as like as a set of glorified cheerleaders.
Hmm.
Yeah, as you can imagine. And this was the part of the
damage to random unit. Kill that unit, take an extra turn.
As you can imagine, this kind of put me off.
That's 6, that's 7, that's 7. I think that one might be better.
And unfortunately, it feels like a lot of the dub writing kind of went downhill. Because it feels like they kind of went back to writing it like it was Adventure 1 and 2. Hey, it's a shark.
Could I have at least not fought the fucking rats or something? Oh.
Hey, Alex, guess what this shark Digimon is called?
Sharknado-mon.
See, that would have been the funny guess, but no, it's just Sharkmon.
Creepy photo. Paper hat. Fuck it, rare candy.
Oh, and...
Infested. Did I just lose audio? Yes, I did.
I don't know.
That's great.
Lovely.
Somehow I can't hear anything.
Lale lule lo, 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 lale lule lo.
Ba-da-ba-da, Inspector Gadget.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba, whoop whoop.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da, Inspector Gadget. Da-ba-da-ba-da. Bum.
In order to clear this boss fight, I need to activate my special ability, a gun. That was funny. Rawr. Somehow my cell phone still works down here. Have you acquired audio?
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
I just had to unplug and plug back in.
Tell them that we snapped the necks of all the bad guys. We especially got that Sharkmon in a rear naked choke. Huh.
Oh,
I
how did
imagine the
miss?
villain.
Railroad spikes never miss.
Hey, we'll see Shelmon again. Trust me on this. I have seen the future.
Rode on high, hear my prayer.
Yes, let's report all of this to Chesty McRackboob.
Why did you throw that on a spot that you knew they were gonna die from?
Meanwhile... You know, I have to wonder what would be considered the primary village of Iliad. You know, the place where, you know, primary village is the place where, you know, Digimon are born.
Ah.
You know, among the archangels here, I'm surprised that Cherubimon isn't among them. We kind of fucked up.
Get to use this energy blast. Hey! Let's use it again. We have the mana.
Yes.
Mehcast. Ooh. Either one of those seems good. I think Longcast will be better, though. To the sewers we go.
In case you're wondering, Alex, for my Digimon story, no, I will not be including the infamous "Why do you get the pizza while I get the crust" line from Apocalypse. God, that was so weird. You remember that, right?
Yeah, that was odd.
And meanwhile, he was just cutting into himself with his claws. And as Yezo Otaku pointed out in their review of Adventure, they apparently the Apocalypse listened to way too much Linkin Park.
Okay, well, I guess you don't know what words mean. Fetus, ranged attacker, can drink water to heal.
Well, yeah. It's like the two worlds are connected via the internet, which is probably why a lot of the sexy-looking Digimon are, you know, very sexy. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah, they spent all their time on Maxim.com.
Oh, lovely. We got more side quests.
Energy blast, and then I'll be in range to hit the next guy. Oh, I actually am already in range to hit the floater. This ranged attack spawns dips stationary. I'm not gonna waste a nail on a dip. Especially not when my AoE causes that much.
Going up the ladder.
I just got attacked from behind by poop.
So, a Numamon attacked you?
No, Numamon is in the corner over there. Ow.
So apparently, Ben and Rhino got into a very, very lengthy argument from what I could tell.
About what was it? It was like Resident Evil and something else.
Yeah. And I'm just like, lovely. It just...
Hey, we got ourselves a trash can lid. Shikmas, rather. Heal a downed unit, revive it. Alms for the poor. Ooh, that's a good one. Might of the Meek. Damage deal is 2 or less is always critical. Depending on how bad things get, this might be a good idea. What is this? Meek Stone. Trash can lid for that guy. Tito needs his weapons.
Lunamon goes into the same area as Coronamon and is not going to come back. A certain destiny is waiting for her.
We're going to have to sneak by.
Let's see. Agiomon, how are you more modest wearing a friggin' swimsuit than you are when you're wearing your normal clothes? Struggling to understand this logic.
Ooh, moom shakalaka. A flea bit of poop and they exploded. Hang on, is that a charger? No, it's a water leech. Looks like a charger from Binding of Isaac, though. And it does the same thing. Yeah, it's a charger, alright.
Oh, there goes Metal Seedramon. And now that we've gotten this out of the way, to our normal attire. And let's get back to Central Town.
Harder than your ally, but okay. Ow.
Since we're getting to the penultimate film in the Digimon Tri film series, I imagine, and you're going to be wondering if everything just gets resolved in potentially the most unfulfilling way imaginable in the last film. What is this film going to accomplish?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, yes. I can't even say yes and no, because what we do end up getting...
That seems like a detriment. That seems alright. This guy doesn't doesn't do any physical attacks. Ooh! Immune to negative tile effects. Means I'll probably use brambles more. And, serendipitously, we have a bomb. Feels emotionally drained. Won't start with mana next battle. That's unfortunate. The Infested Lumps versus the Flushmaster. Not gonna use that just yet. Throw some railroad spikes in, why not? Yeah.
Be like, Dear Diary. A water Digimon cannot swim. You want to know what that's like, Alex?
What's that like?
That's like if a water Pokemon didn't know how to swim.
Aren't there water Pokemon that don't know how to swim? Or that can't learn swim?
Well, surf.
Surf. Close enough.
Well, I just mean as in, in universe.
Ah. I should have used the trash can lid first.
Like, we know that there are water Pokemon that can't learn surf and whatnot, which is odd. But then again, Magikarp exists.
Magikarp is a strange fucker.
It's the king of carp. Magikarp. Whoa!
No, dog.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I saw you were a water type. That means you're weak to electrical damage. Hey, dog. I'm eating up the mana. I'm gonna shoot you again. And again.
Right. And...
Flushmaster only has 6 health left. I'm not gonna.
Now we're going. Now we're headed to the Gear Forest. We're finally back to the plot. Then suddenly you hear Giguk on plot. Which video was of that? Of his?
I think
was
it's been
that?
a few. Could tell you. Oh my god, you put yourself right next to the melee guy. Not that that matters, my archer's gonna kill you next turn anyways. I don't want charisma, that's too low. Affects max mana and starting mana, but... Turn order and movement range... Ah. That one's good, I think. Umbrellas +1 strength. Melee attack. Here's a lot full mana. Yeah, no, that's gonna be useless. Speed. Charisma. Dexterity. No, that's melee. This guy's a melee guy, so... Constitution...
So what you're saying is that he's more a fan of Smash Brothers Melee. Hey, like all those casual Smash Brothers fans.
Sure.
They claim to be the hardcore ones, but in reality they're just casuals. Those pretending to be hardcore. Because they only ever play one game, and they don't play anything else. Because they're content with just 25 playable characters in a roster.
Hey!
Or for a platform fighter.
We got 13 food and a bunch of health. Not that we needed it at this point, but there is a boss ahead of us. Oh, not a boss,
Which I'm like,
this is an enemy encounter.
Don't you want more?
No,
or would you rather...
I want more.
Or would you rather we just continued with the exact same roster and made 0 changes whatsoever? So, what was your least favorite thing about each of the Smash Brothers games that you've played, Alex?
Well, tripping and brawl's kind of lame, but it's not as bad as people like to try and make it out to be.
True.
I didn't like that there wasn't a story mode in Smash 4.
Yeah, that was a little odd. Odd that they chose not to have a story mode.
Well, Sakurai apparently didn't like that people uploaded the Brawl cutscenes to YouTube, but all I have to say there is, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't shoot. I can shoot you with my railroad spike. And now I can end my turn. No. Oh, come on. I was trying to move to that spot, not attack it.
So, since I played every Smash Brothers game, in Smash 64, I felt that I didn't really like how there was only really like 2 methods of getting all the characters in the game, and there's only like 4 unlockables plus a stage, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, for the time, I really appreciated it.
Yeah, for the time, it's like, this is more coming from hindsight.
Oh, yeah.
Melee... I absolutely despise how to unlock Mewtwo, because that requires you to leave your game console on for at most 5 hours, or at least 5 hours.
Just... I'd say just go to sleep, but... don't you have to beat him to unlock him?
You do. Well, yes, you do have to beat him. However, here's the thing. You gotta have at least 20 hours clocked on versus matches.
Ah.
Or play a crap ton of versus matches just to get them. I also don't really like the fact that only versus matches are how you get the rest of the stages in the game. Because I'm like, you couldn't have come up with another way to get all these stages. We have to essentially just play at least 250 versus matches. And more often than not, you're just going to be jumping off the ledge just to get the matches over with in order to get those unlockables. think one of these days I should probably try to stream Melee, just to kind of showcase is like my hang-ups with that game. Not that Melee isn't a good game. It's just kind of wish it was a bit better. As for Brawl, I'd have to say the story mode itself is kind of lackluster.
Pump that up.
Because it just ends up having you...
Which is Because
you got this grand opportunity for some really neat character interactions, and you don't really do anything with it.
Let's go ahead and attack. Aw.
Know what I mean?
Well, that didn't help.
Granted, the Subspace Emissary is by far the most efficient way to unlock all the characters in the game. If you get my meaning on that one.
Yeah. Well, that was how I unlocked all the characters in the game.
But granted, it feels like it doesn't really incentivize you into playing any of the other incentivize you to play any of the other modes in the game.
To break free.
Because what's the use in playing all of the other modes when you only have to go through story mode to unlock everything? Because like I said, I get story mode is a good mode. Is the most efficient way, but it's like... that shouldn't have to be the way that everybody relies on. Like, maybe challenge yourself and try to wait until you play through the rest of the game first before doing story mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do have to agree that the lack of story mode kind of puts Smash Brothers 4 up, but at the same time, the single player content in the 3DS version is by far the better of the two. If you get at what I mean. It's like classic mode in the 3DS version was really good.
Yeah, I remember that being one of the modes I played the most.
Yeah. But the thing is that you also there was also no way to really link the two games together to the point where you could just have all the content in both and just one.
Yep.
I know that would be asking a lot, but it's right there. And I will have to say that a part of why I have that as a gripe is because you gotta buy, if you want the DLC, you gotta buy at 2 separate times for both systems.
I thought there was I thought there was cross-buy for that, where if you connected them, you got something.
I don't know. Maybe there is, but Either way, the fact that they delegated all this to DLC just seems odd. For Ultimate, the single player or campaign mode was kind of lame. And adds way too much artificial difficulty here and there, because this is the kind of stuff that would get competitive Smash players into the game, into the single player content, but not, the casual players. Because World of Light is just... Well, let's just say that when and if you get to playing that mode, you will find out. If you get my meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, Smash Brothers is still a very solid franchise. I do have to give it that. And in regards to gameplay mechanics, I don't really like how they had to really go Breath of the Wild Link or Ultimate, because
I fucking hate Link's Final Smash and Ultimate.
Well, not only that, but also his basic move set as well. Because it just feels like really, you had to take a lot of what made a Twilight Princess Link cool and turn him lame. Is the Gale Boomerang. You know what that did? That not only hit your enemies, but it could also bring... But because the wind and could also bring them back to you if it missed, as for close range and whatnot. But then they just go back to basic bitch boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Shame we can't use these cats more than once.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure
I had a
it's
perfect
shame,
unit that would have been great for this guy. My last archer was fucking amazing. Ah, great. Pogranich is, Pogran's down.
That's unfortunate.
But... ah, shit. Oh, my healer doesn't have... Oh, I should have... Well, Pogran's definitely dead this time. And there's no joking.
So we'll have to definitely get him out of this room.
He's definitely out of the sewers this time, too.
And as much as I would love to say that and I do have to say that it felt like, yes, there were way too many Fire Emblem representatives in Smash Ultimate.
For as much as I like Fire Emblem, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Kind of wish they didn't have to, because come on, guys, you really couldn't. And heck, and even if it were like, it's not even just the issue of a Fire Emblem, of the Fire Emblem reps. It's the fact that they're all basically the same.
Yeah.
Because it's always like either avatar character from the new game, in the case of Robin, Incorin, and Byleth. The lords of some of those games, which are Marth, Roy, Ike, and Crom, and Lucina.
Unlock the caves.
And they're all sword wielders. Like, okay, Robin, I kind of get, since, he has a sword and
Infested!
And his tome.
Oh my god, it's Shelob.
Which, actually helps with variety here and there, if you get my meaning.
Yes. Ooh. Okay, so these are broken anyways. They're not gonna... Never use the knight anyway, so I'm gonna keep that.
So, wouldn't it really have been too much to get representatives from other, would it have been too much to have gotten like a representative who isn't a sword wielder?
I wanted Dante. I wanted Chris. I wanted Jill. I wanted Leon.
Let me guess, you want a candy apple and you want cotton candy?
I'll take those too. Oh, thief collar.
That is also a reference to the Batman Forever riff track, like that Doug Walker did. I want a candy apple. I want cotton candy.
Okay, Tito and Roxy spawned 2 kittens. That's good. This music is fucking weird. Let's see here. Antoine and Mama. Let's see here. Got roll and melee. Antoine, what's your deal? It's roll and short shot. 2 Tink. Let's see what we get from you.
So yeah. Although in regards to like 3 houses, we could have had any of the 3 lords from that game.
Spo could make God cry.
We could have had Dimitri, Edelgard, or Claude.
Stimulation.
Personally, I would have rooted for
Stimulation
Edelgard.
needed if you want kittens to inherit things from their parents. Base stats and even the abilities of your cats can be passed down as long as their stimulation is high enough. Father is 7 and mother is 3. A big stimulation number will ensure their offsprings are also 7s.
And heck, if you didn't want if you didn't want just like new representation, and you could have also pulled from you could have also pulled from Elliewood's game and given us Hector. I know a lot of people would have loved to see him in Smash Brothers. And Hector's one of the most popular lords in the series. You don't know who Hector is.
From Fire Emblem?
Yes.
Let's see here. Boss is 6.
In terms of release order, he appeared first in Fire Emblem Unbinding Blade as the father of Lilina, who sadly got killed by that game's primary antagonist, which is a shame, because Hector's a badass. And then in Fire Emblem Blazing Blade, which is Fire Emblem 7, aka the first Fire Emblem game we ever got. Essentially, the Hector serves as one of the 3 main protagonists of that game, alongside the character Lindis and Elliewood, who is Roy's dad. Yes, the drunk. So, Alex, Bacchusmon has 2 mouths.
Pass a Rodian off the butch, I guess.
Guess which one of those mouths he drinks from?
All of them?
The lower one.
Ooh, Tracy. I assume you identify as a pet lover by how you carry yourself. Tracy, what? Alright, well, we've, run into a resident social justice warrior. I go a step beyond loving animals. Oh god, Tracy, I don't want to hear about that. Oh. Animals should have the same rights as us, if not more. Specious gender that Sick World subscribes to. Using that word would be punishable by death. Hello, welcome to P-Mart, home of the P-Mart. Can I take your order?
What is this, Good Burger?
Yeah. Every donation of a cat older than age 5 or older will go to the expansion of this location. Thanks you for your patronage. Alright, food. Cat food. I don't... Okay, once... Stocks a food box. I don't care about that. Alright, items... Let's see here. Frank wants a retired cat. Tito, Darla. Took my other guy out of the breeding pool, but I got some good rewards for it, so... Hoss is a big bastard. He can... I need him to stick around. Gotta be honest here, Shikmas is kinda useless. I'm probably trying to better heal her later. I'm gonna give Shikmas to Frank. Frank was a dead guy in that place once, okay? Smart and builded a new Frank out of the old one. How the hell did you do that? How did you Frankenstein your own body?
They found a way, Alex. They just found a way.
Alrighty then. Another room for the house. Grade your items. Cats that have been to the sewers or junkyard. Wants kittens. Information to help breed cats. Dolan and Renardo are fighting. God damn it. Oh, feisty. You're a weird-looking creature. Magnet, short shot. Okay.
Let's see. Mm-mm-mm.
Hmm. Feisty. Okay, Mikey, you're going back. Actually, I'm gonna give you to the P-Mart. Is your damaged goods and stocking blank collars. Alright. It's time to go on an adventure. Let's see.
I'm going on an adventure, says Bilbo. Oh, moments before disaster. Then disaster proceeds to strike. Bilbo's then like, I've made a huge mistake.
Alright. Mama's gonna be a tank. Ooh. This guy, feisty here, that's perfect for a thief.
You get the joke, right?
Yes. Glass collars, Renardo. not always good to be a hunter. Which means that you are going to be my cleric. Tank needs regen.
Na 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 na. Yum 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 yum.
Leaky brain, modeling clay. Alright, we're locked in.
And
Slow, but I'm
meanwhile,
also fat.
and meanwhile, on my end, we're in the middle of a boss fight.
Well, whenever you get done with that, I'm probably going to be turning in, because we're, getting close to 3 hours.
Yep, and I'm close to midnight.
After midnight, rocking to the dawn, loving till the morning, then I'm gone. I'm gone.
Phew. No. I just woke up drunk as hell. I can't even tell which mouth is supposed to talk. It's kind of reminding me of Cell being like, oh, where Krillin's like, oh my god, is his mouth his dick?
Ah, damn it.
And then Cell performs solar flare from there. Ah, look at my eyes! BRB, gotta eat up my siblings. Oh dear. Yes, let's not try to see if we can do anything now. Let's just go back. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah! I say a lot of things, honey. I'll get as one as I drunk a be. Somehow.
Okay, so I guess that, going down like that has no positive attributes. I was hoping that I'd be able to figure something out. Apparently not.
Or, yeah.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Righty.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that's what the spring does. Okay, I probably should have looked at that before I did anything.
And now I'm gonna even call it. Next time on Digimon Story Time Stranger, we're still going to be going through the digital world. So until then, you know where to find us.
Into Digital Champions to save the digital world.
And I'm off the air.
Alright, I'm just about done. Oh, would you look at that? He was made of money.
What did I have?
How do you wake up from something like that? Oh, did not mean to injure my own guy. Alright, so the enemies all fled away. I got the Cat in the Hat book. Let's see, Mama leveled up. Grab, toss, shrug it off. Ooh. That seems like it might be pretty good. Let me see what that book does.
Alright. That. I was wondering what was in the quintuple earlier.
All right. Gizmo says, hotel ass, you're, a little late, but okay. I like how this is sort of a knockoff Simpsons intro here. Apparently this is different every time you boot it up.
The Simp.
And Ed, somebody asked Ed, why would you bother doing that? And then Ed said, it was like, well, you know, because hardly anybody's gonna bother. All right.
Indeed.
All right. Till next time. Bye, everybody.